Welcome back to Return My Capital. It is time for the best video of the week. It's the Dividend Roundup, where we're going to cover recently announced dividend increases, any upcoming ex-dividend dates, and dividend payouts that you can expect in the week ahead. I apologize in advance. My voice is shot, a little under the weather as I'm traveling this week, so I'm going to try and push through this so that you can get this value before the week gets started. Recently announced dividend increase. We've got Costco. Ticker symbol is COST. Real nice 12% increase for Costco was announced, and they will go ex-dividend on, May 2nd and pay out May 16th. They were paying $1.16 per share. They'll now be paying $1.30 per share. 22 years of consecutive dividend payments for Costco. I mean, Costco is actually a pretty neat one to take a look at. When you consider what's valuable about a dividend growth company, Costco may be the best example over the last 2 decades of what a dividend snowball can do for you. I mean, you look at the 5-year CAGR of that Costco dividend of 12.25%. Payout ratio is just 26.5%. They're paying out $5.20 a year. Let's go ahead and look at this dividend growth history. Now, this is going to look choppy because they do the special one-time dividends every couple years. So that's why you see these massive spikes. I mean, that's why you see a $19 dividend in 2023. In 2022, it was $3.49. 2021, it was $3.07. And here in 2024, expecting a $4.50 annual dividend. So you kind of have to set aside these outliers of these special annual payments that they do every couple of years. So, I mean, just a ridiculous one in 2023, obviously. 2020 was excellent as well. 2017, 2015. So those are your special years. But if you look at the annual dividend in a typical year, going back to 2014, it was $1.38. And then 10 years later, you're at $4.50. So, I mean, yeah, it's you talk about a compounder. That's as good as it gets right there. All right, moving on. Another dividend increase recently announced was HB Fuller Company. Ticker symbol is FUL, F-U-L. They'll be going ex-dividend on April 29th at the end of the month here. They announced a nearly 6% increase, yields 1.75%, 56 years though. So dividend aristocrat, I believe. I had actually done a video on all the dividend aristocrats, or excuse me, dividend kings, even better. So dividend kings, I'll link to that video down below. I talked about HB Fuller briefly. It's a big shipping and logistics company. You'll see their semi-trucks driving around. Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J, they announced a solid 5% dividend increase. J&J now yields 3.3% and 63 years of dividend payments for that king. And they'll go ex-dividend on May 27th with a payout of June 10th. The next payout will be $1.30. You've got Kinder Morgan, ticker KMI. They'll go ex-dividend on April 30th, payout in mid-May. Small 2% increase, 4.3% yield on Kinder Morgan. I believe they are involved with natural gas pipelines, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and look up KMI briefly here. Wow, KMI up 53% over the past year. Golly, because if I remember correctly, this used to yield far higher than 4.3%. Maybe a flight to safety with what's been going on recently. Yeah, energy infrastructure. So, golly, 50% returns over the past year. Wow, that's incredible. Very cool. Okay, so that's Kinder Morgan, little 2% dividend increase there. But hey, not upset about it. What else increased recently? Sunoco Phillips, ticker SUN, S-O-N. Just a similar 2% increase, almost a 5% yield on Sunoco. 43 years, though, of dividend distributions. Their next payout won't be until June 10th. That'll be 53 cents per share. It was 52 cents per share prior to the 2% increase. Last company was Travelers. Ticker symbol is TRV. Nice little 5% increase to the dividend from Travelers Insurance, Travelers companies. Um, Almost a 2% yield, 21 years of dividend distributions from them. Ex-dividend date will be June 10th, and they will be paying out June 30th. So that wraps things up for the dividend changes. No cuts, no suspensions, which is great. Next, we'll get into upcoming ex-dividend dates. So nothing I really wanted to touch on for Monday, April 21st here. So we'll jump to Tuesday, April 22nd. So these are companies that are going ex-dividend on the 23rd. So if you want to participate in the next dividend distribution, you need to own these two by close of business on Tuesday, April 22nd. Those two companies are Clorox, ticker CLX. They'll be paying out on May 9th, and then they'll be paying $1.22 per share. Nice 3.5% yield on Clorox. Again, almost a dividend king, 47 years of dividend distributions from Clorox. Remember how crazy they were trading during the pandemic years ago. Shares are 140 today on Clorox. So solid 3.5% yield for a very, very stable company. Other company Tuesday was Lowe's. Ticker symbol is LOW. They'll be paying their next distribution on May 7th. That'll be $1.15 per share. Shares are $2.19 right now, so just over a 2% yield and 62 years of dividend distributions from Lowe's, another company that I covered in that Dividend King video that I'll link to down below. Only one company to hit on for Wednesday, the 23rd of April here. Royal Bank of Canada, ticker symbol RY. Real nice financial out of our neighbors to the north if you're in the USA. $1.48 Canadian will be the next payout, which is a 3.7 distribution yield. Shares are 116 right now, and they've been paying that dividend for 10 years. Moving to Thursday, April 24th, we've got CSW Industrials, ticker is CSWI. They'll be paying out on May 9th, 27 cents per share. Shares are $300, so only a 0.36% yield for CSWI. You've got Fastenal, ticker symbol is FAST. That's kind of a cool ticker symbol. They will be distributing their next dividend on May 23rd, 44 cents per share, 2.2% yield on Fastenal. I think they've actually been performing exceptionally well. Let's take a look at Fastenal real quick. Yeah, over the past year, up 20%, 127% over the last 5 years. Wow. Pretty elevated price to earnings ratio on Fastenal. God, what a beast. It's an industrial, makes fasteners, industrial supplies, construction supplies. Solid growth, pretty lofty valuation, real nice profitability though. 5-year CAGR on that dividend over 12%. That's fantastic. Pretty light debt load, 500 million offset by 230 in cash. Pretty solid little company. Maybe something to take a look at. Although, like I said, it does look pretty richly valued right now. Anything else for Thursday, the 24th here? Yeah, we've got Unum. Ticker symbol is UNM. They'll be paying out on May 16th, 42 cents per share. Shares are just under $76. I'm recording this Sunday, April 20th. Happy Easter, by the way, if you celebrate. So 2.2% yield on Unum, and they've been paying for 16 years. Nothing I really wanted to hit on Friday from an ex-dividend perspective. So we'll go ahead and get right into the upcoming dividend payouts for the week here, again, starting April 21st through, the 25th? Yeah, 21st through the 25th this week. I probably should have been able to just do that math in my head, huh? So, best part of the video, who's paying you this week? You've got American Financial Group, ticker symbol is AFG. They'll be paying out on the 25th, so Friday, 80 cents per share coming your way, 2.5% yield on AFG. You've got American Tower, ticker symbol is AMT. They will be paying out on the 28th, so I guess really that's the following Monday, but $1.70 per share, a 3.1% yield from American Tower. Bank of Nova Scotia, another nice Canadian financial. BNS is the ticker symbol, be paying out on the 28th, so the following Monday, $1.06 Canadian, 6.4% yield on Bank of Nova Scotia. Now, I think that one has been getting beaten down, and maybe some of the larger investors were coming out against it. I think maybe they had some concerns over money laundering. I don't know. I could be. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Anyway, down 12% year to date, but that's Bank of Nova Scotia. Who else is paying us this week? You've got Comcast, ticker is CMCSA. They will be paying out on the 23rd, so Wednesday, 33 cents per share coming your way, almost a 4% yield on Comcast. Follow that up with Cisco, ticker CSCO. So this is the Cisco that makes the routers and switches, not the restaurant company. Again, paying out on the 23rd, 41 cents per share, almost a 3% yield on Cisco. You've got Dollar General, ticker symbol is DG. What a dumpster fire Dollar General's been lately, but they're paying out on the 22nd, Tuesday, 59 cents per share, 2.5% yield. You've got Danaher Corporation, ticker is DHR, paying out on the 25th, Friday, 32 cents per share, a 0.7% yield. I actually haven't looked at Danaher in a while. I think, let's see, down 22% over the past year. It's a big conglomerate, isn't it? A big food conglomerate? No. Biotech, life sciences, diagnostics. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look more into that. I haven't been paying too much attention to it. But moving along with companies paying us this week, you have Oracle, ticker symbol is ORCL. Kind of cool to see Oracle, Cisco, and Comcast all paying out in the same week. I kind of think of those as some of the older tech companies. I don't know. Just a stupid little thing. But Oracle paying out on the 23rd, 50 cents per share, 1.6% yield. Roper Technologies, ticker symbol is ROP, Rope, paying out on the 22nd, Tuesday, 82.5 cents per share, a 0.6% yield. So that must mean that their share price is substantial. Yeah, 557 on the share price. Done well year to date, far better than the market. Interesting. Been a beast over the past decade. $60 billion company. What does Roper do? Tech-enabled products, vertical software. Huh. Yeah, I'm not super familiar. Definitely heard the name, but moving along. Who else is paying us this week? You've got Cisco, the other Cisco, ticker symbol SYY. So this is the company that makes uniforms, restaurant equipment, food, prepackaged food products for cafeterias and the like. 51 cents per share coming your way on the 25th, which is Friday. Almost a 3% yield, 2.8% for Cisco. And then the last company I'll touch on that's paying out this week is Toll Brothers. Ticker symbol is TOL, Toll. I think they might be, no, they might not be the largest residential home manufacturer in the country, but they are one of the more luxurious ones, one of the more premier brands. They make expensive homes, okay? So 25 cents per share coming your way on April 25th, 1.1% yield on Toll Brothers. Sorry, my voice was a little rough. Tried to get through this. Wanted you to be able to know what you can expect to be coming your way this week from a distribution, ex-dividend dates if you want to get in ahead of companies that will be paying a distribution in the near future here, as well as some of the recently announced dividend increases, which is always exciting to see as well. So with that in mind, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great week. Hopefully you make some money off a distribution this week. Take care. Bye-bye.